All right, gang. Here we go. We're going to look a little bit more in 3.3. So you we know what we're supposed to know, right? All that stuff I had on the board, we know all that, so we're ready to go. So, we're ready to move on to problem D, which is ln cube root e. Now remember, we would like the base and this thing to match, and then the answer will be the exponent. So maybe the first thing we ought to do is what? What are a couple things that we need to do? So we'll figure this is log base e and e to the 1/3. Because isn't the cube root of e the same as e to the 1/3? So now you've got exactly what you want, right? You've got a match right here. So the answer to this problem is 1/3. Easy. Now, E and F are freakish looking problems, but they are simple. I want you to look at problem E. Okay, is there time for lunch? Okay, I want you to look at problem E. Take a wild guess, just a random guess at what the answer is. 10.
Let's go.
Because the base of the exponent and the base of the logarithm match. And when they are the same, no matter what order they come in the problem, if the base of the exponent and the base of the logarithm match, they cancel. So the answer to number E is 10. What about F? 2. All right, now G. Somebody said the answer to G is 4. Who said that?
Me.
Okay. Why did you say that, Robbie?
Because you take two, like the bottom two, and you like bring it around. Oh, because the two raised, the two squared.
If I covered this up, if this weren't there, wouldn't the answer of this be 1? But what's this 4 doing out here in front? It's timesing it, so the answer is 4. Now, I want to show you, there's nothing wrong with that, that's perfect. I want to show you another way of doing that problem though, that involves another skill we're going to need to know eventually. Whenever you have a number written out in front of a logarithm, that number actually represents an exponent. So this is really the log base 2 of 2 to the 4th. Anytime there's a coefficient, I hope you remember this from last year, anytime there's a coefficient on a logarithm, it represents an exponent. So we really have in this problem log base 2 of 2 to the 4th, which is 4. Now you can get it either way. It makes no difference. But you do want to start getting used to this idea because it is going to be important in some problems. All right, how about e to the ln 6? Isn't that just 6? Because remember, ln is a base e logarithm. Oh, here's a tricky one. Log base 8 of 1. Bobby, I don't know how you're getting this.
Because he did it last night because he overlooked you.
And that's okay, that's all right, that's super fun.
Jesus.
So here's the deal, guys. Don't we really want this to be 8 to the power here? Isn't that what we want this problem to be? So you gotta ask yourself, 8 to what power is 1? 0. The only way you can get a 1 is to have something to the 0th, right? Anything to the 0th is 1. So if we think of 1 as 8 to the 0, then it's clear the answer is 0. Yes, indeed. Very good. Where am I at? Okay. Log base 7 of root 7. Any thoughts on that one? It's not 1. It's 1/2. Because the square root of 7 is 7 to the 1/2. You need a power. Your answer is going to be the power, so you need a power. So square root of 7, 7 to the 1/2. So that is 1/2. Log of 100. I heard some 2s. If you thought 2, you're right. What's the base when none is written? 10. And 100 is 10 squared? So the answer is 2. Very, very good. Ooh, what about this one? Log base 3 of 1/9.
That's a good one.
Now, would you agree that 1/9 is 1 over 3 squared? So we're getting close. But we gotta get rid of the 1 over. Well, how did the 1 over happen? What kind of exponents give me 1 overs? Negative. So isn't another way of writing this 3 to the -2nd? Would you agree? It's kind of backwards because we're used to changing this into 1/9, but now we're going the other way. We're giving it an exponent. So the answer to the problem is -2. Take a second and try M, N, O, and P. See if you can come up with M, N, O, or P, any of them, all of them. Any of them.
It's 1/3.
Oh, whoa. That is confused.
7.
Anybody have any of the 4?
Is the first one?
Yeah, I know.
N's negative.
Which one's that? This is, and then, she says this answer is -3. Is she correct?
Yeah.
Yes, because ln means log base e, and 1 over is e to the -3rd. Very, very good. Good. Okay, who has another one? Who has another one? Yeah.
N is 1/3.
N is 1/3, he says. Is he right? Log base 6 of 6 to the 1/3. Isn't the cube root of 6 the same as 6 to the 1/3? Yep, so far we're 2 for 2. Okay, now O is -2, she says. What do you think about that? Yep, because the log base 4 of 1 over 4 squared is the log base 4 of 4 to the -2nd. Perfect, perfect. Oh, and this is the easy one. Remember, that's a base 10, so that one is just 7. That one's just 7. Now, be careful, because you know I'm gonna try to trick you. If it's like this, you can't do it, okay? The numbers that have to match are the base of the exponent, the thing that has the exponent, and the base of the logarithm. These are the 2 that have to match. If they don't match, then you can't do that problem without a calculator. Got it? Okay, so it's not anything matching, it's those 2 in particular. All right, QRS and T, let's get them done. QRS and T. Katie?
R4.
QR. Katie thinks this is 4. Let's look at this one. This is a little tricky. Did you bring it up as an exponent or did you do this part
I
times
did
2?
it like, I covered up the 2.
Okay,
Would it,
so she said this part would be 2. Would you agree with that? But that is being times by 2? So she's right, the answer is 4. If you made it an exponent, remember, oh, that's not right. If you made it you made this an exponent, then you would have the log base 3 of 3 squared squared, which is 3 to the 4th. So you get 4. Charlie? Is Q3. It is, because this is base 10, and the log base 10 of 10 cubed is 3. Anya? S is 9. Ooh, that's a big number. Let's check it out and see if she's right. Did you do it this way, Anya, or did you bring the 3 out? This way? Okay, so the log base 2 of 8 is 2 cubed. So this part of the problem is 3 times 3 is 9. Perfect. And what's this one? 4. Because this is log base E. So that's just. All right. Now I'm going to show you something else. You've done this before, you might have forgotten it. But this is super important too. When you have a logarithmic equation, like we have in 2a, first of all, I'm going to remember that the base on that is 10. To solve a logarithmic equation, you have to get rid of the logarithm. You have to get rid of it. To get rid,
Whoa.
was that
You
like really
serious?
necessary?
I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to just scoot his chair up so I could get back.
Just trying to learn, man.
So, we need to get rid of the logarithm. And to do that, we use something that, I don't know, I always think about Mr. Miller that left, Mike Miller, because he always called this loop-de-loo. Some teachers call it log ruling. However you think about it, start with the base, raise it to this power, and it equals this. So 10 cubed equals x. That's how we translate a logarithmic equation to get rid of the logarithm. That's how you get rid of it. So does that look familiar? Do you remember doing that at some point in your life? Yeah. So 10, always start with the base, to the third equals x. So the answer to the problem is 1,000. The next one, log x equals -1. Now remember, the base on log is 10, and you need a base. So what does this one say? 10 to the negative first equals x. What's 10 to the negative first? 1 over 10. Perfect. Now, before I erase these problems that we just did, I want to come back. We did this when we said the answer was 3, but you can actually do these problems that we just did the same way. This was the problem. I'm going to set it equal to x, figure out what it equals, and now I'm going to translate it. So 10 to the x equals 1,000. You see how it equals 3? Yep. So you have two properties going on here. One is this log roll thing, and one is that very important property that says this. You can use either one of them. Either one of them are fine. All right, let's do some more. Here we go. Quit yawning. What am I ready for? C? So log base 10 of x equals negative 2. So it says 10 to the negative 2 equals x. That's 1 over 10 squared. Are you good with 1 over 100? Yep. ln x equals 4. Okay, what are you going to do it that way? You need a base. You can't do this without a base. What's our base? E. Isn't our base E? So we're going to have E to the 4th equals x. And without a calculator, that's all we can do. So our answer is E to the 4th. Just like in geometry, when you find the circumference and it was 12 pi, that's just the way you left it. E to the 4th. What was that? Okay, oh, what's E gonna be then? What's E? E to the 6th, yeah. Now, I want you to be careful on this. Okay? Because this is an equation now. You can't ignore half of your equation. Instead, the other ones we looked at weren't equations. We had things like this, and we said, okay, I can look at this part and then times it by 3. You can't do that when it's an equation. Do you have a thought on what you might do with that?
Would you do x to the third equals 10 to the third?
You absolutely can. You absolutely can. She says, I'm going to pull this off, so it's log x cubed equals 3. And the base on that is 10. So 10 to the 3rd equals x cubed. So obviously x has to be 10. So that's one option. My preferred way of doing it, if I get to pick, this will work, and it will work every time, Nyla, every time. I don't want to diminish it, it will work. But what I like to do is divide both sides by 3. This is an equation. You're allowed to do that. So what does it say now? Now it says log x equals what? So 10 to the 1st equals x. If I do that, I don't need to worry about cubes and all that, but it's okay. It worked out fine. It was easy. Not a problem either way. But in an equation, you are allowed to divide both sides if you wish. So what do you think about the next one? Could I divide by negative 2?
Yes.
Now translate it. Get rid of that logarithm. What's our base? E. So E to the negative 2nd equals x.
So then would you have to do 1 over e
You
squared?
do, because we do not like negative exponents. And then you're done. There's nothing else you can do. All right, we gotta get through 3 more, guys. We can do it. What do you think about H? Base is 10. I heard somebody say that. Good. So what does it say? 10 to the 1/2 equals x. What is that?
Root 10 equals x.
Square root. Square to say? 10 to the 1/3 equals x. What's 10 to the 1/3 mean? You do 10. And last one. Lx equals 1/4. So we're gonna put an E there because we need a base to translate. And then we'll say E to the 1/4 equals x. What does that mean? E to the 1/4. The 4th root of. All right, real quick, does everybody know how, when we get to our word problems, we're gonna need actual numbers. So we're gonna need to know how to type in something like 1/e². Does everybody know how to do that? 1, if I were typing this in, it would be 1 divided by second ln, because when you get second ln, it pulls up e, and then to the second power, okay? All right, so as long as everybody knows that. Okay, good deal.